Hi everyone, this is the accumulation data analysis for 3rd of May. So we look at what happened and how the data is for the coming week, right? So let's get started with the Nifty analysis. So in intraday, the Nifty actually opened with a slight gap up around 22,800. We almost touched, and from there we kind of actually were down almost a percent and ended around 0.76% lower, right? But there was a very small recovery at the end, as you can see on the screen, right? So this is a 15-minute chart. You can clearly see that there was a small recovery wherein we kind of almost bounced 100 points from the lows, right? So if you look at the FIs have again started selling. So in between for 2 days they kind of bought, which made the Nifty also go up a little, but then again they are selling the equities, and even in the futures market they are heavily short again. They were kind of covering those shorts, but again they have started taking the short bets. So here if you look at the FI activity, it does not look that great, right? But one good thing is Dow on Friday actually ended higher, almost more than a percent, because of the weak jobs data. And the week's job data, what it does is, the now the market is anticipating that there would be a rate cut soon, right? But the fact remains that the inflation is kind of sticky, and until and unless the Fed sees inflation kind of slowing down, I don't think they are going to go in for a rate cut. So market is now hoping that there will be a rate cut, and that is why the reaction on Friday, wherein even on a weak job data report the market was up almost a percent. So the Nifty chart. So what you are seeing is Nifty made actually a pretty bearish candle on the daily charts, and even the volumes were pretty high, right? So a lot of selling from the FIs, which kind of resulted in this particular chart pattern. But you see a small wick at the bottom. That was the last hour recovery, you can say, or the last hour and a half kind of a recovery, wherein the Nifty recovered a bit, right? So none of the indices kind of closed in the green. Only the pharma and the healthcare sector were like flat, but rest all were in the red. So if you look at the best performing sector, so I have chosen Nifty Pharma because it is kind of trying to hit an all-time high. So what it is doing right now is facing a resistance at the all-time high closing that it had ever had. So once that is taken out, you can expect a decent move in the pharma index, because pharma sector continues to be in accumulation, right? So chances are it can break out of this particular resistance and move even higher in the coming days. Okay, so now coming to the large cap accumulation. So this is not just Nifty 50 accumulation, it is the whole large cap universe that I'm talking about, almost 100 odd shares. So the large caps accumulation continues to be good, even though we kind of dropped, but the data seems pretty good for most of the large cap names, right? Now coming to the bank Nifty. So like if you had seen the analysis 2 3 days ago, I clearly told that it kind of made a shooting star pattern with heavy volumes at the top of the channel, after which it has continuously faced resistance around that channel and it has moved down. So the wicks on the upper side kind of tell us that there is selling pressure at the top, and the bank Nifty is continuously moving down. So mostly because we had the bad news on Kotak, right? And also the HDFC Bank has kind of run up quite a bit. Maybe that is also starting to consolidate. So if that does and Kotak starts to fall, it might be pretty bad for the Bank Nifty. Now let's go to the mid cap analysis. So the mid cap data was kind of a little on the lower side, but that is kind of okay, because usually, like I've told you even in the past, that on weekends, that is going into a weekend on a Friday, not many traders would want to take positions and carry it over the weekend, right? So that is the reason usually on most of the Fridays we see like a lower accumulation, but that is fine. Like on Monday, that should usually improve. So we'll see how the data is for tomorrow, and then we'll be in a better position to understand what is happening there, right? And if you look at the mid cap index, kind of cooled off a bit from the all-time high that it has hit, right? chances are it can come down a percent and hit the breakout retest it can do before moving back up. But looking at how the Dow closed yesterday, that is on Friday, chances are we just move up from the current levels. Now coming to the small cap analysis, the small cap data also cooled off a bit, but like I've told you, Fridays usually are a little low because the big guys don't want to carry position. So nothing to be worried about in the small cap data. And if you look at the thing, although we kind of went down almost close to a percent kind of recovery came in, not just a percent, 0.7% kind of recovery from the lows that we had hit. Chances are that we kind of go down and do a breakout retest, but then if we open higher tomorrow, even the Nifty, right, we can just move up from the current levels. Because on Thursday the data was very good only because on Friday the data was kind of weak, and because it was a Friday, no one wants to take new positions, we kind of ended a little lower, that is half a percent lower. Both the mid and the small caps just half a percent lower, nothing to be really worried or panic about, right? So for the coming week I feel that the Nifty, mid caps, even the small cap should move higher, taking into global cues, right, wherein all the market should be moving up. Hopefully this helps. Probably I'll make another video tomorrow after tomorrow's data.